Hey everybody, I'm Nicole Begley from Hair of the Dog Academy, where our mission is to build community in the pet photography industry and help you improve your craft and grow your business. Today I wanted to share with you a new color calibration tool that I am testing out. Get a lot of questions about calibrating monitors, which means just making sure the color and the brightness is going to match whatever you see on your screen to what you actually get printed. So there's a couple different things that you can do if you're new to printing your photos. Number one, you definitely want to test out different labs. I hear people asking all the time, what's the best lab to use? Well, there's a lot of them. Now, there's no one lab that's better than the other. I actually recommend taking the same image or the same handful of images and printing the same ones from a variety of labs to see which lab is closest to the color that you are seeing on your monitor. Because some people might love lab A, but maybe people don't really love lab A as much. They prefer lab C. It really is personal preference, and a lot of it sometimes just depends on how your computer is set up versus their printers. And some people's work look better from certain labs than others, so it's definitely worth checking. Many of them offer free test prints. The important thing though is to remember to print the same image or the same set of images so that you can really compare apples to apples. Now, the next level of customizing your color and managing your color is calibrating your monitor, because we do need to do this every once in a while. If you are hardcore into editing and color, maybe you want to calibrate once a week. I don't. I tend to calibrate probably like once a quarter. It's not nearly as often as maybe I should. Thankfully, my color doesn't seem to shift that much on my iMac, but if you're starting to look, something seems a little bit off, or you're getting something printed and it's not quite right, you definitely might want to recheck that calibration and get in the habit of doing it periodically. Now, this particular piece of software, the Datacolor SpyderX Elite, is a new piece of software for me. So I'm going to unbox it, I'm going to hook it up, and I'm going to walk you through the color calibration process, and we will see just how it works. And full disclosure, I've never used this particular one, so I'm literally going to be going through the process as if I just opened the box, because I did. So anyway, so we open the box, and the first thing we get in here is where we can download our software, because obviously we need some software to run our calibration device. So I'm gonna go download my software here, and then can open up the rest of this box, and we have our calibrator right here. They are usually pretty small, nice and easy. It just has a USB right here. You plug right into the back of your computer, and then this part you're gonna hang over your monitor and put it boop right in the middle like that for it to do its magic once we get started. So I'm gonna go download some software, be back with you in a minute. All right, so here we are on the Spyder download page, and it's gonna tell you a little bit of tips right here. Make sure your monitor's been on for about 30 minutes. Also make sure to deactivate any auto brightness features, because basically auto brightness, if we're editing photos, is a big no-no, because you're going to have a really hard time making sure your image is of the proper exposure if the brightness of your monitor is changing quite a bit. One of the other things you want to make sure is that no direct light is falling onto your monitor display, because that can mess up the calibration as well. Okay, and then we're going to download, install, and activate our software. It's right here. And then, easy enough, we're going to plug in the Spyder, remove the lens cap, and follow the step-by-step screen instructions. Yeah, and how you hang it over the monitor is just like so. And then it's going to calibrate, and that's it. That's usually as easy as it gets. All right, I'm downloading the software now. See you again in a minute. All right, we're here, and it's time to start calibrating. So we have the computer all set up. I'm going to open up the app, Spyder Elite app. I'm going to hit OK, and we are going to run through. Make sure your Spyder's plugged into the USB. Yes, it is. Hit next. Oh, we need to put in our license. It's located underneath the Spyder 5 inside the box. Here it is, right in here in the box at the bottom. Okay, so I've registered the software and now it's time to calibrate. So calibrate my displays. We're gonna hit next. This wizard will guide you through the process. Have we allowed the display to warm up? Yes. Lighting conditions, is there no intense light? Correct. Display controls, have you reset your monitor settings? Set the color temperature control to at least 6500 Kelvin or equivalent, or adjust the brightness level which you are comfortable. Yeah, those are all where they should be. Spyder connection, it is plugged into the computer USB, not the hub or keyboard. Yes, so easy. What type of display? We're doing a desktop right now. Next, Apple, iMac, which controls your desk display, offers brightness or Kelvin. It has brightness. Yeah, so select your backlight. It tells you right here the different ones. This is a recent Apple, so it has the wide LED. Next, step-by-step assistant. Yes, easy. Full calibration. We'll go recommended. And yeah, that brightness at 120 is often what our labs recommend too. So usually comes out of the box on these calibration tools if that's what they're also recommending. So we're set to go. We hit next. We didn't have to make any decisions at this point. So now we are ready to actually start calibrating. We're going to go ahead and take the lens cap off the back of the calibrator. So there's just a little lens here. And we are going to... Oh, hold on. It says, once you click the next button, a room light measurement will be taken. Next. Room light is very high. This level is not recommended. So it's telling me this room is very bright. And it is because I have lots of big, beautiful windows in here. So it is going to recommend a higher brightness point if I'm often working when it's so bright. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to choose keep the settings I selected, and I am going to close my blinds. So it's going to get a little bit of dark for this video, but that's okay. So keep the settings I recommended. Close the blinds. Close the blinds, and it's a little bit darker in here. All right, so let's hit next. Please stay at your computer after you click the next button on the screen. Application will just take a few measurements. Okay, so look, it tells you where to place the Spyder. Right here. Click next. There it goes. All sorts of pretty colors are going to start showing up on your screen as it measures everything. Click the update button to measure screen brightness. Da, da, da. So I need to adjust my brightness. My gosh, where is that on here? There it is. I never adjust my brightness. So my current was 115. It was actually pretty good. And then there's a little update button right here. We can, oh, now it's too bright. Let's go back down. Now it's too low. Let's go back up one. It was actually good where it was. Yeah, 115. So this is the best spot. We're updated. Now we hit continue. Now there's more pretty colors. All right, Measuring complete. Please remove your spider and click finish. Save your new profile. I just like to have the machine and then I just do the date. So we'll say the month and the year. I'm going to do my calibration reminder in 3 months. It automatically says 1, but I live on the edge. All right, so we're here and it says click this button to switch between the view of your new display versus without. So we'll hit switch. Oh, so it actually didn't change that much. My display was slightly warm. It is slightly cooler now. So it's not a crazy difference, but that's pretty fun to look. Uncalibrated, preview your new display. This is the new display. I have to make sure that which one. You are looking at the uncalibrated view. You are looking at the calibrated view. Oh, so it was cooler. This actually warmed it up a little bit. Okay, let me double check. Spider-proof calibrated view. Yes, we want to keep that. Next. And then there's a whole bunch of graphs and things that are above my tech head if you want to explore that. But don't worry if you don't, because you're calibrated and you are good to go. So happy editing. Thanks so much for joining me for this little calibration adventure. If you want to learn more about editing pet images, definitely check out hairofthedogacademy.com. You can also subscribe right here to this YouTube channel because we have lots of videos on here and are periodically adding more. We also have the Hair of the Dog Academy, which has a gazillion courses, content, support, and an amazing Facebook group to give you more support as you improve your craft and grow your business. So definitely check out all the links below. And if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and leave a little thumbs up, or definitely go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you want to get your hands on your very own Datacolor SpyderX Elite, you can go ahead and click the link below to the Hair of the Dog Academy store on Amazon, where I share all of my favorite shooting gear and all of my favorite books and even some traveling gear. So definitely check that out. And thanks for being part of this little corner of the internet. Bye, everybody.